theme for tonight is All My Life. There's a song by Jay-Z about overcoming obstacles, and the Two Lines crew decided that that's what we should, J. Cole, that we should talk about. But also, I thought it was cool because being the feature and being born into poetry, I've literally been in poetry all my life. So, what does all my life mean to you? What have you been doing your whole life? What are things that are DNA to you, but maybe not to somebody else that you want to share? So you can start it with all my life. You can end it with all my life. You could be a cool poet and don't even use all my life at all, but just use it as a theme. Right, Nick Austin? Exactly. So the theme is all my life. And throughout the night, our hosts, who I'm going to introduce in a second, are going to tell you about the theme, and they're going to keep reminding you. So don't worry. But the theme is, what is the theme? Yeah. So the other thing is, I'm not going to be hosting tonight because I'm getting ready for this feature. But our lovely hosts for the evening are Simone Wesley and Jake Duggett. Could you please give it up for them? Give it up for them. And they're going to absolutely crush this. You're not coming up yet, but I'm just letting you know that they're going to absolutely crush this. So when you come up here, give them all the energy in the world when they are hosting. And the last thing I have to give you is new this month. The first thing, we've never done this before at Two Lines, okay? We are going to do a Two Lines cipher. So poet by poet, people are going to come and they're going to give you a little bit of poetry to create this giant cipher on love. So without further ado, may I introduce the Two Lines Philly Cipher!
It might sound crazy, but sometimes the best love is when it's hazy, like a clouded diamond. Everything doesn't always need to have perfect timing, with a mapped out direction for where the two of you are headed. All that matters is that you dug out a space in your hearts for each other's faces while you round the bases in your fields as you picture sliding home to her. And if you catch her sending signals that you've been coming up short, stop what you've been doing and reassess the game.
down the wall onto the payment of what I think of when I think of love. Because when I think of love, I think of you, only you. No track or trace of time. A moment spent with you is never a waste of time. Because love is a universal thing that extends to space and time. Because you won't rush me, you whisper, take your time. To keep it brief, it's a different kind of case of mine. Love letters to you in the form of a card because they made a promise to be an ace of mine.
On behalf of the whole Two Lines crew, I would like to thank you for coming to our show tonight. Word to AVG, this ain't no average open mic. See, tonight, you might hear some words that make you want to fight, make you want to laugh, make you want to cry. So we ask for your attention, energy, and respect. Because you would never know if someone up here got an angel or a demon on their neck. Either way, if a poet shares their pains, then their life is complex. And I ain't never been to Texas, I still know Austin is the best. Because when Nick load up the clip, you better get yourself a vest. And I might not be as sharp as him with the flows, but if you listen real close, I'm still giving bars, though. And I can never sing like a bird or Leah Wren, but my words still cut like swords off the top or with a pen. Now, let me step aside. I won't take up too much of your time. Why? Because Greg Snow is the feature tonight, and his flow can melt ice. So buckle up, get ready, because we're about to go. Welcome one, welcome all to the Two Line Show. I didn't have a bar for Chigga. I wrote that today, and he like signed up way later, or he was filled in. So sorry, Chigga, I didn't have a line for you. But can we get a round of applause in order? We had AVG. We had Complex Angel. Nick Austin, a.k.a. Bars. Our friend Leah Wren. Chigga Anau, wherever he is. And then, I went too. I was last, I guess. So. Okay, so we have a packed out list for a packed out crowd, so it's going to be a fun night. On deck, we have Takia Faith, but I don't see her here. Is she here? Okay, so on deck, we got Link. That's L1NK215. Coming up right now to the mic. She was just up here, so get ready. Complex Angel, please open up the show.
Old enough to know better. Thank you, Complex Angel, always coming with something that is thought provoking, make you really put yourself in the character shoes. So, thank you. There's some housekeeping things that I was reminded that I didn't take care of. So maybe sometimes I'll want to do something like I'll say free the poets, and then you guys would say free the poets. So it'd be like free the poets, free the poets, free the poets, but the poets ain't free. Okay, so we might do that a couple more times. I might forget about it and not do it at all. So when people are up here and they're doing their little thing, we support snapping, clapping, as long as it's not detracting from the main event. That's Greg's bar. I'm barjacking. So, yes, please give us your energy, poets. We love to feel your vibe, your energy. I mean, it's a reciprocal thing that's happening here. You know what I'm saying? The audience and the artists are having a relational moment. So please feel free to snap and clap. What else? This cord over here, if you're walking up to the stage, watch out for it. You know, don't say I didn't tell you if you're the one to trip over it. And my man Chad on the DJ station, he asked, please don't walk that way and clutter his situation. So let's give a hand for Chad. He's just showing love for us tonight. So everybody will come this way, which means you got to watch out for the cord. Please. That's the last time I'm telling you. All right. On deck, we have Cloud. Is Cloud in the building? Cloud. Okay, all right. But coming to the stage right now, a man who needs no introduction, that's L1 and K215.
Let's have a little fun. Where to go? I don't know what to do tonight. Okay, if you don't know who I am, you can please follow me on Instagram and IG at L1NK215. If you didn't hear that, repeat L1NK215. Got one piece for you. Hope y'all rock with it. My favorite piece right now. It's called Cold Blue. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I hope y'all rock with it. Leadership. We have to try. We not. So it got me screaming a cold blue. A cold blue. Leadership. We need to try. I guess the goal is to get a piece of that pie. We underground, we hit the surface and then we got fly. But it's hard to do that with an aim at your back. Yo, for that green, your own brother put a shell in your back. I mean, you hit a foot at a clan behind you, but you ain't reacting to that. I mean, you can report it just like April, but they don't care about facts. You catch this big L like Casey Jones would put that stick to your back. Truth is, we don't know how the story ends. I mean, we can't break this cycle. We don't know how it begins. In the scope of life, you gotta focus on that lens. How it's hard to tell your enemies from your friends. You gotta do this. It's a must. I mean, your right hand man can turn you to dust. Is he gonna ride? Is he gonna shoot in the clutch? I mean, even rocket and water look identical in the cup. They grab that tech. They shoot through the door and it's hitting your chest and you fall to your death. Before you do that, you hear the dialect. You hit the ground, your eyes open, then you start to assess. You see the sneakers you bought for last year for Christmas, run up the steps. It's your own cousin, all up in your apartment. Know where to stash at him. All the departments, we pick one and get top just like a dolphin. Then was dearly departed. The car where they parked it and throw your body in the creek right next to Dawson's. They were snapping like they Carlton. You don't think they sparked it with a clip like a Newport long. It's like a carton. You got smoked. You got smoked. That's how life goes in our ghettos. See, I was once naive like young Goku with the power pole. Till I seen Shing Tsung niggas start stealing souls. And those same niggas, they were selling stones to younger mothers who was using stones with no babysitter, so the child tagged along. The streets, they did us wrong. We is killing our own. They got me screaming for the top of my lungs. Cold blue. Cold blue. out like Malcolm. And we need all our Malcolms so we can change the outcome. Because the other side, they don't care. They don't care. Leadership, we got to pursue. We need leaders like you. We need leaders like you. Go blue. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the energy, guys. I always love that shit. You know, make me want to go again. You know. All right, so let me see here. Before I close it out, I want to say I started a new YouTube channel. It's not L1NK215, I know. This one is called L1 Poetry. What I do, I go to different open mics. I film. It's dope. I put it up on a platform, so hopefully we can build it up and have another place where poets can be seen. So please, like, tune into that L1 Poetry on YouTube. Now let's go to the original exit. Okay. Again, if you don't know who I am by now, please follow me IG and YouTube at L1NK215. If you didn't hear that, I repeat, L1NK215. A wise man once said, "If we can't change the world, we got to spark the mind who prison who will." So let's change it.
Go blue. That was hard. Okay. On deck, we have the stuttering poet in the house. Okay, on deck. That means next. Yeah. Coming up now, clap him up all the way till he get to the stage because he's kind of, wait, actually, hold on, my fault. Before that, everyone who's standing up, there's seats here in the front row, please. Cloud said he wanted people in the front row. Come on, don't be weird. Come on. No problem, Josh. Yeah, nobody gonna grind you up. Come on, sit down. Apollos might grind you up, but yeah, exactly. Best seats in the house, Elias says. Going once, going twice. Clap it up till he gets all the way to the stage. Cloud.
Yeah, I think that should be good. I think so. Nah, I shouldn't. Hello. All right. Y'all can hear me, right? Yeah. I can hear me, so I know y'all can. Let me just tell y'all a story real quick. So I met the most beautiful girl at a coffee shop. She had a beverage in her hand. Looked so delicious and so sweet. I said, "Looks really good. What's the name of all of that?" She said, "Oh, it's just a macchiato tea." I laughed and I asked, "What made you think that I was talking about the drink?" "I was asking about you." She smiled. She said, "Wow, how cute." I said, "You mind if I sit down?" She said, "Well, now, please do." I told her I might not have the looks, but I have a personality to make up for it. And they say opposites attract. So, baby, if you down, then I'm up for it. She said, "Surely." She was so gorgeous. How lucky was I to walk into her? Her voice was so soft, she didn't have to take her clothes off. I became more attracted just talking to her. I remember when she burped. But she put her head down and she frowned like she was foolish to. I put my hand on her chin. I lifted her head and said, "What you doing, boo? That's not rude of you. I know you're out of this world, but you're still human too." So I burped back. And I'm sure somebody heard that because mine was louder. But I wanted to show her to never be ashamed of your body's natural power. Now, we didn't talk for long, maybe 30 minutes, but it felt like hours, days. I was dazed. She put me in a good mood like holidays. She really knew how to conversate. Y'all know those conversations where every time you're about to drop it, somehow y'all end up with a whole new topic. And neither of y'all want to stop it, so y'all just keep hopping from topic to topic. You got options and options, from hobbies to shopping, dreams and goals, beliefs and hopes, what to eat to shows. I know we just met, but the way we vibe with each other, we were ready to die for each other, ride for each other. We were super late to wherever we needed to be, but right on time for each other. But I got to end the story here because she said something that really bothered me. And honestly, well, you see, I probably owe her an apology, ironically, But what she said made my mind fuzz. It killed me when she told me she wasn't seeing anyone. Why? Because, okay, she wasn't in a relationship. That's great. But it reminded me that I was. And I'm happy at home. I am happy at home. I am happy at home. Am I happy at home? I stopped. I looked at my watch. I said, I got a book. You see, I know you said you were going to cook for me and I was going to rub each foot for free, but here is where I shouldn't be. So I left. And instead of sitting with me, she now sat with the look of disbelief, and that's why this wasn't good for me. But let me ask y'all now, how? How could the sound of she and we look and even seem so good to me if I already got a girl that's really good to me? Please tell me somebody knows. How could she make me feel like this if my heart and I already chose? Some might say it's the honeymoon phase, and that's probably so, but what happens when the person that you're with no longer shines or glows? What if the one that you picked isn't actually it? And you know what? I don't know. I gotta go. If you want to hear the rest of the story, I'm on Instagram. Also Cloudy Poetry. That's OHSO Cloudy Poetry. Thank y'all so much.
He had us in the first half, right? That was crazy. Yo, I was in my mind. I was gonna come up here and be like, "Yo, single men, take notes." He was like, that was Riz, you know. And then at the end of it, I was like, "Married men, take notes." The, the devil is a liar. Okay. All right. All right. So, I'm supposed to make an announcement about the Two Lines broadcast channel. It's on the way. Other than that, for those of you who did not hear Greg in the beginning or forgot or chose not to think about it, the Two Lines poem for tonight is All My Life. So we're writing 2 lines incorporating the theme All My Life. So keep that in mind. You can feel free to write it when you find time. Bars. So on deck we got a legend in the building. The father of our great host. They call him Snow. But coming up now, clap her up till she gets all the way to the stage because she's got to go all the way around. The stuttering poet.
Hello, y'all really clapped all the way. Look at y'all, so nice. As he said, I am the stuttering poet, also known as Coca. Yes, I do really stutter. Poetry is my speech therapy. Also, real quick, if y'all see my luscious lips, my beautiful sister up here up front, she actually launched her cosmetic line, Corinne Cosmetics. She has lip glosses, lip stains on her now. So buy some from her, okay? And I got my other sister in the back, but she real low key. This is their first time seeing me perform, so I'm so excited. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. This poem is called Brotherly Love. This is like the second poem I ever wrote when I was like 16. So yeah, bear with me. I don't know what's going on. Real quick, the beginning of this poem is by PNB Rock. His song "My City Needs Something." That's what inspired this poem. I'm about to read
Okay, so up next, we have our feature set for the evening. It's going to be a good one, a doozy, eh? But coming to the stage right now, one of my favorite poets, Snow.
So, what's up? Are y'all good? Yeah, so we drove down from Harrisburg, and we were talking about every damn thing we could just to keep the conversation going, and we didn't want to fall asleep and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things I said to Luke, our driver, was, hey, one of the things that differentiates this reading from other readings is you're going to feel loved. So that's what I want to ask you. Do y'all feel loved? Do y'all feel loved? Yeah. All right. So here's a poem, and there's a cameo of Greg in here. Making peace. My relationship with my dad is better now. I see him in my son, Greg, across the eyes, shape of face, frown on the forehead, smirk, and in his actions, some positive. We fish together like we used to when I was young. I can't hear what he's saying clearly or remember if he was calling algae allergy, but I wouldn't correct him if I did hear him. We play poker in a kitchen I've never been in. Uncle Ken beside Uncle Ernie, and Uncle Hart becomes Uncle Carl and morphs into Bill Parcells, who gravelly voice demands me to ante. Yes, they are all dead, too.
Okay, so you'll be seeing him in just a second. I just have a few announcements, just one announcement on my list. Next month's show. Next month's show is in January. It is the second Friday in January. Where's my team? January 12th. I heard 10th from the back, though, I think. 12th. January 12th, we'll be right back here. And our feature is actually in the building right now, sitting in the second row, wearing a gray shirt right behind you, Mr. Nick Austin. So he's actually fulfilling, or we're fulfilling our obligation to him. He won our slam contest back in August, where our good friend Rob was a judge, you remember. And so he earned a feature spot in our next year's calendar, which is the January slot. So he'll be here next month. If you like poetry even a little bit, he's going to blow you away. So if you came to support Greg and you're like, I'm just here to support Greg, come back next month to support Nick. Yeah. Amen. Come on. I'm about to start preaching up here. Now so that's the announcement. And now I don't have the honor of introducing our feature tonight. I would like to invite his mother, Mrs. Snow, up to the stage, and she's going to get it popping. I don't know what is going to happen next.
All I have to say, are you ready for some snow?
I write because I like words, because I need to be heard. I recite because I really can't sing for you. I create because it's what I'm supposed to do. I write for guidance from the Holy Spirit. I write to God the Father. I write to God the Son. And I write for my son.
Oh, I'll take that, Dad. And I write for the busboy and the poet. Want my poetry to be buttoned up and all out in the open mic. I'm a very insignificant poet. My voice is in power. I feel VIP. My dad is a writer, so I grew up on that house poetry. Shout out to AWP. This artistic writing potential and his ageless wisdom pouring. And after words push to the surface, I can breathe again like I'm in an out of water experience. There we go. Like I'm in an out of water experience. I fly like an eagle, but land like a Philly pigeon because God made me different. You see, I write every poem like a one-man musical. I'm a jokester at the core, but I don't write to be Susical. I rhyme to feel alive. Not for dollars or followers of this consumer's manifesto, praying my words hit the marks. But sometimes when I write, I feel string tied to this poetry like a Muppet. The ghost of Henson pulling the strings. I go left and right till I'm left to write and recite for their green goddess. You know, she used to represent freedom, but now we've turned emotional violence into the new purity. Turned our hearts away from compassion and towards financial security. Turning these Miss Silly blues into my chest, into my pen like, can we get back to writing just to write? I mean, 2 lines. Can we get back to writing just to write? You see, now I write for love, hope, and peace. I feast, spilling my heart so we all get a taste of the Creator's masterpiece. And I'd rather write for the great I am. Never give a single line to Uncle Sam. I am bold, but definitely broken. Seeking his beauty, longing for the beautiful to reveal the love of creation. I said, I am bold, but definitely broken. Seeking his beauty, longing for the beautiful to reveal the love of creation through the lines that I write. May these 2 lines written on my heart remind me that I am a written, crafted, pieced together poet with a purpose. And that I would love nothing more than to show you how your piece fits with mine. Our call to poetry reads as such. May we poets be glass fragments of a grand mosaic, ready to cut open every lie that's embedded its way into our self-stained images, pouring performance poetry into our hearts, near our open wounds until the healing starts. May the healer heal every heart that's entered this space. Amen. What up, 2 lines? We featuring, hey, I just want to welcome you on this journey. I want you to turn to the person next to you, say, are you ready? For the journey. Because this is me. I'm putting it out to y'all on canvas and hoping that you take something that you can look at and change your life with. Free the poets. The imagination of a 5-year-old runs wild, turning soccer fields. Oh my gosh. Run it back. Free the poets. The imagination of a 5-year-old runs wild, turning front lawns into soccer fields. Tips of the finger become Elsa's ice blast to make the unexpected recipient shiver. Tightly packed together shoeboxes become runways for Barbies and Kens. And at age 5, it's like your imagination never ends. Until 5 becomes 10, bullies begin to rise. Your smile flips into a frown. You realize that life actually can knock you down. But it's okay, because when the bell rings, it's back to playground slides and jumping off swings. Joy fills the air as little boys and girls play kickball and double dutch, clap hands together, screaming no repeats or hesitations. Chants of my mother seeing your mother hanging up clothes, and my mother punch your mother straight in the face. Palms are a natural state when 10 turns to 15. And when you're 15 and someone tells you they love you, you're going to believe it until they leave you. Your embarrassment feels like death. Breakups feel like death, and you contemplate death for the first time. But it's not for long. Slow dances with your crushed up heart, letting out a scream at the football game, cheering on your friend who's at the end zone of their life, questioning, how did I get here? I was just turning front lawns into soccer fields. So we all, sadly, reach a point where life is not what we thought it would be, right? And we lose that childlike wonder. What I want to say before I continue is fight to get it back. Fight to get that childlike wonder back. But often, what we want is not what we have. And so we feel stuck between the cycles of cyclones cycling through my soul. I'm stuck between what I know I want to need to be. Hold on. You know, because I feel stuck between the cycles of cyclones cycling through my soul. I'm stuck between what I know I want and what we both know I need. I need to finish a full work day, a full day, a full decision, a full sentence where I'm not full of being sentenced by my own ideas, emotions, and fears punishing me again and again until I can't breathe without these train tracks running across my mind nonstop. So I don't cross, I just stare long ahead in these bull-rushing titanium thoughts. Scared I can't make it through today. So I run on carelessness, caffeine, and the carelessness of the caring one who cared enough to carry my caffeine-addicted careless heart. But tomorrow, when it starts again, I'll still choose caffeine-carrying, bull-rushing titanium thoughts, punishing my passion, sentencing my fullness till I'm just stuck in what I need to be enough and I need to make sense anymore. Really, I'm a bull-rushing titan carrying a full day of wanting to be, needing to be, stuck between will I be enough? Anxiety has held me captive for far too long. I will breathe, speak clear, write a list, knock it off one by one, and slow down. Eyes closed, I lean into you and find my footing. Free the poets! Hey, so what happens next when you start to wonder where am I going is even good things don't seem good. You start to question, why am I worth this good thing? No more mic. When I meet her, she'll smile at me, catching me off guard in the most innocent way. And for the first time in a long time, I have nothing to say except I think, do you know that when you smile, your just a reminder, that question is, what is one thing you would change about your life right now that you can't really change? And how do you reconcile with that? All right, y'all, enjoy. Hey, y'all, just so you know, we got much more poets on the way. A lot of cool stuff coming. Don't leave yet. I know people are like, oh, I saw Greg. That's cool. But make sure you stay for the rest of the poets. We're going to start back up in about 4 minutes. So get some food, finish your conversations, and we will see you in about 4 minutes, okay? 4 minutes.
Check, check. Attention, everybody. We're gonna give you guys 5 more minutes to finish up your conversations and get some food, and then we're gonna ask that you come back to your seats so we can continue the show. So, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna free the poets. Free the poets. Free the poets. Hey, if you are not in line, we would just ask that you start to make your way back to your seat. If you are not in line for food, we would ask you to start to make your way back to the seat as we crack open the second half of this open mic. But I just need to ask, are y'all having a good night? I said, are y'all having a good night? Can I get a free the poets? Can I get another free the poets? Yes, sir. Woo, woo. Man, everybody is here, having a great time. And we just got to give one more shout out for Jake as the host. And make sure, if you haven't already, get some cheese, nice street food. But coming up now is Jake Doggett.
Is the food good? Hey, line jumping out the gym. All right. So I respect, if you're in line, I respect that. Get your food. But also, you know, if we could tighten up a little bit, because we are going to bring up our next open micer. So again, you know, wait, get your food, but let's try and be as respectful as possible as we get the show back on the road. So on deck, we have Brian Perez. Is Brian Perez in the building? All right, on deck. And coming up now, you saw him earlier in the cypher. He's filling in again in the open mic list. It's my main man, Chigga Anal.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. All right. So this poem is called Public School. It's about how I grew up in the public school system, but survived it. And I ended up graduating with a 2.3 GPA out of high school. That's kind of dumb, but hey, I'm still kind of smart. So Merry Christmas. All right. I seen a homie sell 5 to a 10, but he was on that corner from 5 until 10. Never told his family where he was. They never knew when he be back when. But back then, as I backtracked, the school system failed him. Never paid attention to the teachers when the teachers tried to nail him. So was on the train. All it took was one minor mistake to derail it. Man, I can't even detail it. I typed up the letter to the school. I didn't even mail it. But it wasn't his fault. The school system failed him, locked him away in a cage. I wish I could tell him you had it back then. But back then, I was a toddler. I couldn't even speak words because all I understood was verbs. But I wish I had the power to stop the crooks. But that's the kind of stuff that comes out of a comic book. See, when I got the news like an earthquake, I shook. We walk on by wishing we could stop but look. But I see it time and time again. No thoughts and prayers, but them prayers have no actions behind them. The school test scores are declining. Printing up petitions and pardons when no one assigned them. Underfunded, corrupted, no justice, no substance to my brothers and stitches. That was different from who I was. I love y'all. Hope you found abundance. I pray that you see the summit. No matter how much society want to see people who look like me and you plummet. No matter how you spin it, I already spun it. We gotta outsmart them, be bold and cunning. But we don't owe them nothing, no discussion. Sleepy like I took a sip of Robitussin. Often I fall asleep during these kind of discussions. I didn't care until it affected my friends who I didn't see eye to eye with. But most of the time, that's the society that we reside in. They don't side with people my complexion. But you don't see what you see in that mirror, but do you see your reflection? Because I provide energy like I'm Pico. I won't stop till I see skin and bones like my brother Lico. If they kick us out of the hood in these schools, where would we go? Always coming up short in a tight situation like Danny DeVito in a speedo. I said, I provide the energy like I'm Pico. I won't stop till I see skin and bones like my homie Lico. Because if they kick us out the hood in these schools, where we gonna go? Always coming up short in a tight situation like Danny DeVito in a speedo. When I wanted to learn, I was abandoned. Just like the rest of the kids they handle. What a shame. So many black minds is in shambles. Cause lighter won't spark. They're stuck in the dark. The whole
Hey, clap it up again if you still got energy. Come on. Coming up short in a tight situation like Danny DeVito in a Speedo. What are you talking about? Hey. Bars. This is my favorite line ever. All right, if you have your food now, I'll give you a moment to return to your seats before we bring up our next open micer. If you want to return to your seats. Maya, are you leaving? You coming up soon? All right. So on deck is Maya. She was not leaving. And then right now coming to the stage, Mr. Brian Perez. Clap it up for him. Come on.
Everybody hear me? Yeah. All right, forgive me. My voice might sound a little raspy, but it's how fun. I'm not sorry. All right. So I'm just starting off by just speaking blessing on everybody in this place today because I believe in the power of speaking blessing over people, and every single one of y'all have value, and I want y'all to know that. This piece I made a little while back. It's called Divinity. So I just pray y'all be blessed. Ever been raised around people who despise you? Or better yet, walking a mile home, living a block away, they drive right by you. See, I never understood civil war within a nation, as if God would really create just to see destruction fall upon creation. But I guess it's easier to be consumed in the energy of hating. See, but I guess it's easier to be consumed in the energy of hating instead of holding on with your fellow man to unite the nation. But can't we stand up? Can't we man up? Forget about your feelings. What is you doing to help the next man up? Too busy being depressed. Now all you do is reflect the same energy that keeps your fellow man oppressed. Where did we go wrong? Singing freedom and liberty. But have we been singing the wrong song? Freedom and liberty. But the right to speak truth is long gone. Wondering if there's a few that don't agree with my view. It's just a matter of time before I'm long gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm long gone. Look, I've been undermined like it's the Vietnam time. Crazy part, it was done by the same ones I call mine. Pleading for the reciprocation of my love when they rather sit back and watch the precipitation of my blood infiltrated by thoughts of depression. Demons taking turns in my head, turned it into a session. Catastrophication moved in, forgot what it was to receive a blessing. Living captive while envying the freedom of other people. While asking Jesus to please remove this pain, take away the needle. Not realizing vaccination made a way, now my thoughts is peaceful. Being able to see his face showed the devil meant to disgrace because my purpose is lethal. Able to tear down all the plans he intended for evil. Able to tear down all the plans he intended for evil. Unity, division and unity. It's time to stop. Thank you.
Hold on. Hey, this is my man's first time performing in front of a live crowd. Hey, at two lines, we make a big deal about that because that's no small thing, okay? So when somebody has come up here and shared their heart for the first time, what we do is we welcome them into the family. So I'm going to count backwards from 3, and then when I say 1, after that, we'll say, welcome to the family, all in unison, to make sure that Brian knows that he's loved and that was dope. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the family! Greg whispered that in my ear, right, as he's like spitting. I was like, what? First time? I don't even believe it. But my man just went hard. Okay, so on deck we have Dana Kinsey. Are you here? Dana? Where's Dana? Is Dana here? Oh, Dana's in the back. Okay. Show love to Dana. Okay. Okay, so Dana's up next. And then coming up to the stage right now is Maya.
Hi, how y'all doing? My name is Maya. I'm a Philly transplant, originally from Jersey, so all of my family is either from here or has lived here for a time. So thank you all for having me. So this poem is called Joy, something we would never know unless we all shared something to compare it to. You see, joy comes in the morning, and sometimes the wailing. Removes her silk bonnet and gets dressed as the soft white space between a dream and a fresh and new mercy. As a warfare prayer sent up that sticks the landing on a daughter deep in her depression, she be meeting Messiah at rock bottom with a handful of hymns and a grandmother's forehead kiss. Joy be the Amapiano and Afro beat between the rock and the hard place. She's a fresh new set of braids swinging from a scalp that seals the most harrowing thoughts that God promises to massage 3 times a day with gentle fingers. She be bliss between lovers that actually like each other. She's the knowing, despite your feeling, like you are a body full of ancestral horrors instead of a cathedral for their prayers come alive. She's the miracle of the 3 cans in the pantry that fed the 5. She be belly last at the repast. She be Father, Son, Holy Spirit, secret handshake. She's the heart broken open to let the light in. She praises in advance for the peace that surpasses all understanding. The quiet tears during the silence of a sun risen over a desolate land of stolen dignity, restoring exceedingly and abundantly in my city. You see, joy died to herself over and over and over again until flesh became spirit, just to feel a little bit lighter. So no wonder I couldn't find her on the end of a blunt that's left me hanging, or empty sex that left me fiending. I couldn't find her except for the leaning into everything that makes me human. Poem. So if you would like, you can follow me at Maya is Angelique on Instagram. So that is MAYAISANGELIQUE. I just launched a website a couple of weeks ago. And I've been writing really heavy in the blog section over there. So you may find something that's for you. So thank you.
Can we clap it up again for Maya? Chad, I'm tripping, or I hear a ringing in my ears, or am I tripping? I'm tripping? I got tinnitus? Forget that. Let's just start over. Let's clap it up again for Maya. Josh, did you write your 2 lines yet? Because I don't want to hear nothing about 2 stones and a broken home, bro. I'll really fight you, bro. Remember, the 2 lines poem is All My Life by Jay-Z, Greg said. Or J. Cole and Lil Durk. Okay, so on deck we have Monica Graham. Is Monica Graham in the building? Aha, okay. Shout out Monica. And now, coming up right now to the mic, Dana Kinsey.
Thank you. Whoa, 2 lines. What a great vibe. I am so happy to be here. Thank you for the warm welcome. Wow. This poem is called Manifesto, a cautionary tale. I'm a generous woman. I'll share linguistic tips. Pay attention to this sage and get the right words on your lips. Question: what's the opposite of sensitive? Fools will tell you powerful or strong, but listen to my lexicon. I'll tell you why they're wrong. The opposite of sensitive is insensitive. Now you've heard the word of the day. Let's dive a little deeper. I'll unhype the hype. Why must we gender stereotype? Slide into my shade for a minute, under my tree for a minute. Pick an apple there for me if you're in it. Let me be your teacher. See, Unlike Shakespeare's story, there's no glory for star-crossed lovers who hide from each other. A man in a mask can never be my Romeo. Stop telling little boys that crying is weak, feeding them lies like their future's bleak if they don't man up. 'Cause someday there'll be a man down, and he won't rise till you gaze in his eyes and say, it's okay that you hurt, 'cause baby, there's a throbbing heart in your shirt. Take boys to school. They real cool like Gwendolyn until they realize how high emotions elevate them, celebrate them, elevator them to the penthouse floor. John's the legend when he's on tour 'cause he sings all of me and means it. See, I've held court with these man-up guys. I wasn't wise in my choices. Their voices never jibed with mine. They refused to give me time to process, assess the emptiness I sometimes felt. They just wanted me to lie and say, everything's fine, with fingers crossed behind my back. These twisted truths burnt holes in my tongue. Someone taught them wrong when they were young. Take notes here. When my whirling world collapses, I want the man who reinflates, stops before popping, 'cause he knows I can break. He can't be afraid to tell me his fears. Vulnerability is more than enough. The word chef in me likes tender, not tough. So, plump up soft pillow boys. Educate them soundly. Tell them they're profoundly better when they reveal what makes them sad or glad. Speak words that seem unmanly. Someday, they'll be strong partners, kind fathers, good lovers. Gentle men shouldn't be so hard to find. Let's import more of your kind. At the very least, protect endangered species. See, I never mind. When men confess they ache, lift my chin, touch my hair, say, I'll be straight with you, not cruel when I'm blue, and I'll be honest too. That way, we can hold each other accountable, mold us into something real. Tears may be reckless and salty, but ocean waves hold power to heal. You can find me on Instagram at dana.kinsey, Kinsey, or my website, wordsbydk.com.
I love poems that support men's mental health. That's a beautiful thing, especially coming from a woman. That's a beautiful thing. So thank you, Dana, for sharing that piece. I appreciate that. We need more sensitivity. Okay. So on deck, first of all, can we clap it up for the Two Lines crew because we're on schedule tonight. We're getting to the wait list. Shout out me. I'm keeping us on a tight schedule. All right. So we're getting to the wait list tonight. So shout out us. We almost 15 poets. So on deck, we have Daniel Foster. And coming up now, all the way from the back, clap her up, Monica Graham.
So I'm Monica. You could call me Monica G. I'm surprised you said my whole name, but okay. I'm nervous, but here we go. All right. Soul ties. Soul ties are the worst kind. An experience left us both bound by our souls, but separate in the physical. As time ages the past, the thought of us never seem to fade. It be those sweet, random thoughts that leave me baffled at why we fell apart. It be those soul ties that will leave you feeling dead on the inside, searching to fill an empty cup. A memory of the past, past love, past relationships, past tense, the past lost us. We fell into the future, burning with passion that never seems to cease, like a flame of fire lit by an eternal match, quenching, relentless, unreleased. The deeper I think and reminisce on memories, I can suddenly remember you wasn't shit. The worst of my picks, so unapologetic, unloving, unwilling to love me the way that I fell into you, and I fell. There are no if, and, buts, or maybes, or maybe I'm crazy for thinking you were feeling the same way. Never in emotion, just hot or cold, heart froze, eyes on gone. Man, I swear those soul ties are the worst kind. I pray every day that God release me from your grip, because every now and then my heart skips and I miss the touch of your lips, and I fall right back into your grip. This is God's punishment. Loving you have always been sweet and sour, bitter to the core. My heart is tired. I tried and I tried, but I am tired. Days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, and months into years, and all it takes is a glance into your glare, and I melt right back into you. Like the sun on melanated skin, you tainted my heart. It faded into black. My heart spoke to my soul and said, love you, love him, even when he is not deserving, and I suffer. I suffer because my flesh fights with my heart, and my heart fights with my soul, and my soul fights with my mind. Man, I swear those soul ties are the worst effing kind. But in the words of Erykah Badu, I guess I'll see you in another lifetime. Maybe then you'll be well equipped to handle a woman like this. You can find me on IG, The Art of Monica _ between each word. Thank you.
We got heat all the way through the lineup tonight. Good Lord. So, on deck, we have our main man, Chad, been holding us down on the sound all night. And then please give a round of applause all the way from the back to the front for Daniel Foster.
The title of my poem is Root of Rebellion. God has placed a seed on good soil. He has planted the gospel in our hearts. May we produce the harvest for his kingdom, the kingdom where his spirit, it never departs. Apart from God, we can do nothing. Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. A tree takes years to develop deep roots by overcoming storms and their violent chances. We do not become strong like an oak without the wind and a little pain. Without adversity and some branches, without adversity and some broken limbs, could we ever be who Jesus became? Let us learn to be pruned by the Lord. May we not waste time and harden our heart. A healthy tree cannot produce good fruit if God's word cannot penetrate our heart. The tree of knowledge of good and evil
is when the flesh chose to enter sin. Then the tree of Calvary paid the price for our shame, with Jesus displaying grace to help us win. Sin grabs a hold of a soul it never wants to let go. It wants you to doubt God, then you regret that you will let sin grow. God brings you to the point of repentance, yet you always have a choice. Sin can make you become bitter, that you no longer hear God's voice. Choose to walk through the valley, keep swimming and get out of deep waters. Choose to get on the top of the mountain, refuse to be a soul that the enemy slaughters. Sin is an obstacle to overcome. It tries to entice and may seem okay, but God is sitting on his throne, calling you to no longer disobey. God commands you to repent, turn from sin, and no longer be a hellion. His joy is for you to live with him, forever eliminating the root of rebellion.
Guys, we got 2 people left. 2 people left. Josh, did you write your 2 lines? He got it in his head. He got it in his head. Remember, the theme is all my life. So, on deck, we got something special for you.
Jay, you forgot about the merch. Did you announce the merch?
No, Greg, I didn't announce the merch.
Did you tell them about the cool sweaters we have available and the cool
Tote bags.
Did you also tell them that if we don't have their size, they can go to twolinesphilly.com and ship some to their house?
We can do that. It'll be in a box. That one we did practice. Just kidding, we didn't. Greg said, look, we have extra time. Let's squander it on the ad. Okay, so back to the regularly scheduled program. That's on my list. That was not on my list. On deck, we have your sneak peek for next month's feature. So if you've stuck around this long, you will be rewarded with some bars. But right now, we got coming to the stage the sound man with a big plan. My main man, 100 grand pots and pans. Give it up for Chad. Check.
Check. Are you guys able to hear me well? Okay. First of all, I want to say this is an incredible event. Like, I feel God in the room. There's a lot of talent in the room. Can we make some noise for 2 Lines right quick? Yeah, that's been incredible. So my name is Chad. I perform under the name Who Am I because I make music about my journey walking in my purpose. But I like Chad for poetry. My first name is pretty cool. This poem that I'm about to do is interesting because I'm in a season right now where I'm trying to surrender my intimacy to God, right? I have a lot, like, the way that I grew up, there were a lot of things programmed into me as far as intimacy goes that I need to kind of let go of. And so, ironically, I wrote this years ago, and it's so still prevalent that, I wanted to do it. I want to make sure the person I preach about is the person I be about, but my inner me creeping out. And I think he's trying to bring that demon out, but I'm trying to keep him down as things we disagree about, like, why he want woman when I want wife? I'm like, till death to us part. He like, only for one night. And I'm really trying to keep a sober mind, but he telling me when we stressing, we should roll up and get high. With every puff, I feel me going in the wrong direction. Biggest fear is cheating on my woman when I know she better. Because I can't change my inner me, I got to take the credit. I don't want to be impulsive and then not regret it. Pardon me, baby, it's a dog in me. Devil trying to take my soul, but I think he haunting me. But if you work with me, I'm going to put some work in me. I'm going to put my heart in it. I'm going to put some time in it. I'm sorry you picking up the pieces from past people, but if you piece it together, that picture mad peaceful. I always thought you'd be the one that make me half decent. I knew that you was the one since hello, nice to meet you. I got a past, but my past ain't gonna touch my future, and I got a passion for facts living in my music. I'm just trying to change the culture because it's mad confusing. They say that boys will be boys. I think that's hella stupid. Listen, boys will be men. Boys need a role model so they can ascend. Boys learning poison since they was little kids. Boys getting killed for the color of their skin. I don't get it. I'm just trying to stack my Benjamins. I can change the culture with the ink that's in the pen. The past is the past. I can't take back what I did, but I'm praying every day that I can be a better man. As who am I? Thank you guys so much. That's my time. I appreciate you sharing the stage with me, for me. My Instagram, if you guys are so inclined, is whoamitv.tv, and I'm going to spell it because there's a lot of letters, but it's WHOAMITV.tv, and I have a red AVI, my face right in the middle. Also, you know, I also have merch in the back. I have an event tomorrow, so I'm kind of pre-setting up. If you guys want to support, that would be lovely, but thank you guys so much for allowing me to bless this stage.
I told y'all Chad was the man with the plan. I told you. You didn't believe me. That's the thing. I knew it. Okay, how are we feeling? We're good? If I add 2 people to the list, are y'all going to shoot me when I walk out of here? Or we good? All right, so we're good. We want 2 people. Do we want 2 more people? Come on. Okay, I promise you won't be disappointed. Nick, can you hold out for 2 more? All right. So, on deck, we have Miss Leah Wren. And coming up to the stage right now, look, you're not going to be disappointed. Coming up to the stage right now is Sir Gene.
be more resilient because we know we have His Spirit. There is a point in every woman's life where God moves things inside out and upside down like furniture. And she will realize that it wasn't just a blessing, but that God furnished her. Poem. They say, right? I normally don't like promote myself or anything like that, but if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Surge on IG at Surge Up. So that's SERGD_UP. I'm definitely going to be putting some more content. Y'all can hold me accountable in my DMs because I was slacking. But yeah, man, I just pray it was a blessing, and y'all are dope.
Yo, give that one more time for Sir G. I'm also going to shout out a couple other people who haven't hit the mic yet. We have Mr. AVG. Miss Spoken Poet. Sir G. And myself and someone we didn't get to have here tonight, Scott Smith. We are the Right Poetry Team, and we are actually doing a show in Philly as a part of our Pass the Mic, PA, Pass the Mic. We're going across Pennsylvania poetry tour in January. We're going to hit Harrisburg, my hometown. We're going to go to Indiana, Pennsylvania. We're going to go to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Like that's basically like Pittsburgh, but not small Pittsburgh. And then we're going to come back at Christ Community Church in West Philly on January 20th. Everybody say January 20th. January 20th. We are going to be at Christ Community Church for a Pass the Mic poetry tour. So it's an open mic, poets, and then the five of us are going to close out the show. And it is absolutely free. Save that date, and we'll see y'all one more time for Sir Gene. All right, so coming up on deck, we have my poetry sensei, Mr. Nick Austin, a.k.a. Bars. But coming up now, she never wants to get on the mic, so I'm so happy she's going to do it. This is one of my homies. She is a singer-songwriter, and her and I got to close out a festival stage. Her and I got to close out a festival stage together in September, this place called Worship Fest, and we did this combined set, and it was awesome. So I'm excited to introduce, for the first time as the poet, Leah Wren!
Okay, hello, people. Okay, so this poem is called Gentle Power / Exposure Therapy because I hate public speaking. But this is literally exposure therapy. Yeah, so it's about reclaiming my voice after it was, after multiple forces tried to take it away from me. So, yeah. Okay. Have you ever learned to speak in your native tongue after having spoken so long in a voice that felt like a shadow? Like the ghost of a girl, a mere echo, have you ever been silenced, then asked to speak up by those who taught you to keep quiet? Have you ever bore witness to your own murder? Hearing the cacophony of strangled thoughts caught on your vocal cords like a cat's got your tongue, use index finger and thumb to check, but nothing's there. I was that girl once, until I began to wield my pen as a weapon. Carving my way out of the casket, a secret survivor climbing out of clay they cannot sculpt. They pray for Stockholm Syndrome, so I learned how to pick the locks, think out the box. Don't need your keys, I use the larynx that I got. The muscles in my tongue have atrophied, but this here's therapy, so I'm relearning how to talk. Vocal warm-ups are no stranger. The difference now is that my tongue is flame, oxygen starved for far too long, so I'm letting her breathe.
taken the crisp air that they dared to deprive me of, teaching me to fear myself like the words I welled came from the pits of hell. But if you nurture flames well, they offer warmth and light. Did you know that I can sing both lullabies and war cries in the dead of night? See, I've noticed that my voice shakes, something like tectonic plates that could probably demolish your train of thought, maybe like thunder, rolling directly after lightning strikes, because light travels faster than sound, because you see this light before you hear the warning sound of sirens. I can outsing sirens, sinking ships with these lips poised like a cannon. Deep down, I know the power of my voice, which is why I'm terrified to use it. I've learned that when they cannot bridle your tongue, they rename you Jezebel or something akin to it, never recognizing that they're Judas, purchasing power for 30 pieces of silver, something like Peter, as they deny the beautiful minds of anyone outside of those with XY chromosomes. But this poem, I wrote this poem for the 7-year-old girl they buried alive, the one who bartered her confidence just to keep breathing, hid her war flag after asking for freedom and being told to keep dreaming, who forgot her voice mattered. Here's your reminder. The words gentle and power are not at odds within you.
Hey, give it up for Leah Ren. But we're not done. So that was amazing. That was amazing. Man, God is up to something.
You're not about to do the,
Yeah, we are.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are. So, before she can run away, we're going to do Welcome to the Family, because this is her first official poem. I know she was in the cypher, but this is her coming out party as a poet, and we want to celebrate her with joy because she has reclaimed her voice. So, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go Welcome to the Family. You guys are used to this now. You know what it is. You're pros. 3, 2, 1, Welcome to the Family! Woo! Yes, yes, yes. You can find her at, is it Leah_Ren? Or at Leah Ren Music, LEAHWRENNE Music. Not spelling that one. Huh? We're going to put it on the Two Lines story. So, shameless plug. If you don't follow Two Lines Philly, follow us at 2 Lines Philly. That's 2 Lines Philly. All right. We're getting to the end of the night, but the question of the day is, do you have your 2 lines ready? Do you have your 2 lines? Everybody got their 2 lines? I actually have my 2 lines for once. I'm usually writing mine at the end of the show. But we are going to get to that, and the way it's going to work is we're going to create some space, and people are going to line up here, and we're going to go through poet by poet doing our 2 lines. But before we do all of that, we have our sneak peek poet, the feature for next month, and the winner of the 2 Lines Poetry Slam back in August is Mr. Nick Austin, also known as Bars!
All right. First and foremost, I got to thank God for me even being here. Second and fifth most, I got to thank the food vendors for revitalizing my body with that delicious food. When I tell you I haven't eaten since 12 o'clock, I was starving. Like, I was fading fast. Yeah, I'm going to just get to this piece. It's my truth, all right? I used to live my life filled with so much rage. Even at a young age, I used to feel like I always had to walk with anger. I never really used to pray or try to speak with God because my mama taught me not to talk to strangers, and I always felt like he was the black father that didn't bother to try to raise me. So growing up in New York, my support came from Africa Bambaataa and Jay-Z. It's crazy how I always had a reasonable doubt if I would ever get to hear from him in my lifetime. In my heart, I knew I would need to seek him out, but like a broken watch, it never felt like the right time. So I was constantly in pain, and I wanted it to go away. So anytime that I'd be moping, I would just pop a ibuprofen and I'd be hoping for a smile, like maybe this will leave me not as broken for a while. For a while, I never considered myself strong enough. But luckily, I never considered the strongest stuff, no codeine or no lean. I heard that morphine makes more fiends and the hurt was less with Percocet. But if you take too much, there's no effect because your body gets used to using it. I made sure I was never abusing it until finally I silently took a good dose of Advil. It felt good as hell, but after a while, I felt the bad still. All the bad feels. It was mad real. I was mad still. Every bite felt like it was going to be my last meal. I paid for all of those killers in vain because I was still in pain, feeling strain and feeling rain when I really just wanted the sun. I didn't care what the cost was. I really just wanted it done. Jump forward to December 16, 2001-8. Other than February 3rd, 1990, I know it's the one date that I'll never forget. And I don't mean that in the worst way. I just mean because both of those dates can be seen as my birthday. You see, February 3rd, I emerged from between my mother's black thighs. And December 16th, I was submerged as my mother observed me being baptized. From that day forward, I wasn't just another black guy. I was somebody's son. That somebody being that guy in that sky. Now I have a great relationship with both my fathers, both the earth one and the first one, and I promise not to hurt one. I used to be the worst son, but now I hurt none. Went from popping pills to dropping bills in the collection plate because I never had to grow up on Section 8. I never had a facility or correction date. I used to run so hard and so far away from my blessings, I made my ankles sore. But when I took the time to realign, I realized I got a lot to be thankful for, like just being able to go to the gas station and fill my tank some more. I don't got to keep riding around on E every day putting $5 on pump 3 because sometimes $5 is all you can afford to spend on some gas, bruh. I asked the Lord to protect me from my enemies. As soon as I did, some of my friends turned into Casper. They ghosted on me. But if they're really my friends, they're not supposed to haunt me. If they're really my friends, ain't they supposed to want me to be happy? I won't point them out, though. I won't do this like Judas and start betraying on them. The only time your enemies should be on your mind is when you praying on them. But I digress. I try my best in this thing called life. See, I would think all night, but I never found the answer. Until the one night I finally found the answer. You see, we all have our demons that we need to face. And in order to overcome them, you got to take a leap of faith and jump forward. Every single day that you wake up alive is death-defying. This ain't even a poem no more. This is me testifying. So I'm going to give a big thanks. I'm going to give a big thanks to G.O.D. because it's all thanks to G.O.D. that I didn't O.D. I said it's all thanks to G.O.D. that we all be getting out of darkness, getting over doubts, and getting our degrees. Without God in my life, I wouldn't know how to breathe. I wouldn't know how to see anything after life. You can have anything as long as you put everything after Christ. And I just felt this on my spirit. And I felt y'all need to hear it, so I had to write. The list is long for the list of wrongs that I have to write. But even if the devil cut half my life and I only have tonight to grab the mic and spit upon that you don't even have to like, I'm still going to spread this message. I said I'm still going to spread this lesson. I said I'm still going to spread this blessing even if I have to fight. Because even when the day finally comes that I don't have a single ounce of energy in my body left, I'm still going to make sure that you have it right. You have it right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Like Greg said, I am going to be the feature here at Two Lines next month, the second Friday. Definitely pop out. I'm going to have a whole bunch of poetry for y'all, some new poems. I always like to write something new for every single show I do. If you do want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Nick Austin Poetry. That's N-I-C-K Austin Poetry, all one word. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Let's hear it one last time for Nick Austin. Man, I think I saw Nick Austin tonight as opposed to bars. Hey, he was mighty fine. Man, I still got a lot to learn from you, brother. I appreciate you. Always stepping it up, man. One more time for Nick Austin. That was fire. Man. All right. Remember, you catch him January 12th right back here. And I can't say much, but I will say this. We got big news coming, so you got to come to the next show and we'll be able to release it. It's a blessing. I can't tell you yet what it is. I wish I could, but I got to make sure that it's ready to be revealed. So next month, that's not just me trying to get you here, I promise. But next month, we will announce it, and we'll announce it on Instagram, too. If you can't come, it's okay. But big news, big blessings. And, yeah, so the 2 Lines poem. Y'all didn't forget. You're like, oh, I thought I ducked that one. No, sorry. You ain't ducked me. No, we ain't working that. But so we're going to start a line right here. If you have your 2 lines ready, you can get up in line and get ready to rhyme on time. But first... well, if you need time, finish your lines, but let's get people in line. Yeah, so y'all can start lining up now. They were looking at me like I look funny. Y'all can line up if you're done. If you're ready to go, you can line up, and then when everybody's ready, we'll start the show. Right. We can get some music too, so I don't look dumb up here. Can I get a Free the Poets? Come on, one last time. We got to do this right. Free the poets. Free the poets. Free the poets. But the poets ain't free. And what that means is the poets always need to be free, so we're here. We're just one aspect of that. There's places all over Philadelphia. There's places in the DMV, in New York, in Jersey that are helping free the poets, and we just want to be a part of that. So the one way you can free a poet is you can follow them. You can like their stuff. You can comment. The other practical way tonight, what you can do, is go to the people that spoke tonight. Not just me. That's cool. But go to the other people that spoke tonight and tell them, hey, I liked when you said this, or you really touched my heart when you said that. That means a whole world to us because we're trying to put words out there and hope something sticks. So please, please do that. Now we're gonna kick this off. Remember, you don't have to do your lines, but if you want to, please get in line, and then we're just going to roll it. You can get in line after we're starting, but we're going to do it. Yeah, just 2 lines at a time. Remember, you don't have to be a poet, Eric. You don't have to be a poet. Just 2 lines. Yeah, no problem. But as we begin to close, let me just thank everybody as we get our camera shot ready in this last part of it. Thank you so much to Cheese, Naja Street Food, for coming out again. Thank you so much. Let's clap it up, clap it up. Thank you to Simone for running the door. Thank you to Jake for hosting tonight. Thank you for AVG for being the camera person, the door person, and a whole lot of stuff. And thank you to all the people that have helped out tonight. Thank you for all those. Can we get a big round of applause for all who have touched the mic tonight? All right. So, we ready? All right. I actually have my lines tonight, so I'll start. This is... Oh, we're ready? This is your 2 lines poem of the month for December, All My Life. All my life has been God, love, and poetry. Spirit sowing seeds, love cuts the weeds, 2 lines falling free, must be the snow in me.
All my life I had to write, and I'll keep breathing through these rhymes 2 lines at a time until there's nothing left.
All my life, I try to find the right path and how to pursue. But like Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist, I have to give an arm and a leg for me to find truth.
All my life I knew of, but now I know.
being grateful for the lessons.
All my life, I've always wondered why God created me the way that He did, as a black man with neurological challenges. All my life, I've had to question everything I come in contact with, ranging from why is the clear sky blue to why do we fight each other. All my life, I've struggled to understand nuances behind working with people. All my life, I've had to show respect to people who do nothing but ridicule me for taking long to process things. All my life, I've been fortunate to have supportive family who encouraged me to be proud of how God created me. All my life, I've had to struggle harder than my peers my age to get the same result of success. Thanks to talking with my parents, I can continue to praise and thank God for creating me the way that He did, for it is the God in me.
Shout out to Josh, by the way, y'all. Shout out to Josh. All my life, they say, this ain't a race. This is just a race without the tortoise in the hare. They say, all my life, I can't just do it, just did it.
My life is all Prosecco and mud puddles. The bubbles are murky, but I intend to pen them with clarity.
All my life I had to fight. Never wanted to be tough, just wanted to love and be loved.
All my life, I've been looking for the answers, just to find out that I am one.
It's too tall, but okay. All my life, I fought to be seen, but little did I know Adonai El Roy see me, which means the God who sees me.
Okay, Snow. Like we practiced that. Most of my life, I didn't write. Because of bad penmanship, then I found open mics.
And that is your 2 Lives poll for December. Give yourself a round of applause. And yeah, shout out to that feature, whatever his name was. I think he did a good job. But y'all, have a blessed night. Get to talk to somebody you don't know. I hope those conversations were good. Oh. If your name is not Brent, please take the stairs. We are trying to conserve the elevator. I'm so sorry, but we need y'all to take the stairs to help us out. Thank you. Oh, actually, everybody, get up here for our group 2 Lines group picture. But there's so many people, we're going to take it on the ceiling. That means everybody, get up here now, here.